And there are people that do everything through their phone, and you can do it. Are people going to think my content is crap now and cringy?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, of course.
I didn't. This is the thing. I didn't upload it to LinkedIn.
Ah, yes.
Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the Code and Character podcast. I am Ivan, one of the hosts, and I'm joined here with Bevan. Hello, Bevan.
Hey.
How have you been?
Oh, good. Thank you very much. On the back of last week.
Yes, very good,
Yeah.
very good. So today I want to talk about a story that I kind of experienced in the last 2 weeks because Bevan and I record every 2 weeks. And so we often start our recording sessions by just waffling on about how life has been. And we have been thinking about perhaps live streaming those things. Maybe we will, I don't know, we'll see. But he actually told me to stop talking and said, let's turn this into an episode. And the story I want to mention today, and the thing that I kind of experienced, revolves around having processes, and more specifically, I've got specific content creation processes, and sometimes those processes actually get in the way of just getting content out of there. Okay? And the best way to kind of explain it is to just tell you a little story. Now, in the beginning, the universe was a cold and dark place. No, we're not going that far back.
I know this one.
Yes. But I think I've talked about how I create content on for WebWatch. So for people who don't know, if this is the first time you're joining us, hello, welcome. So Bevan and I like to create content. I like to create little short videos now and also long live streams. But the process of creating a 1 to 2 minute, maybe 3 minute video, has a bunch of involved parts with it. So first of all, what I do is I sit down and I record it. Obviously, that's the first thing. You need to record it. Then I want to create a 16:9 and a 9:16. So what that is a landscape version for screens, and then you have a 9:16, which is a mobile version, which then goes on all of these other, mobile specific platforms. For example, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts and things like that.
Why can't they just all be the same?
Well, things are changing because now TikTok allows you to upload 16:9, so landscape videos, and I've been thinking maybe I'll just chuck my videos on there, and you can upload hour-long videos. Well, I got a thing in my TikTok saying I can upload an hour-long videos.
Ooh.
So it's one of these things where your processes need to change all the time. It's like you sometimes think it's like, wait, why am I doing this? Anyway, so normally what I do is I record the video and then I literally create and edit 2 different versions of it, which takes time. You can imagine recording in landscape and then having to squash it down to a portrait version for mobile. I've got little things in Camtasia.
I hate it. That's why I kind of don't do it.
Just give up.
Before we recorded this afternoon, I was thinking about it because I just whipped up a video, filmed it, put it up YouTube, Facebook, going, should have put it on LinkedIn. But then it's like Instagram, how long can I do it? How wide does it need to be? Same thing, all these different formats. It's like, I don't know how, right?
Absolutely. And
when I want to get it out quick, I don't have time to learn.
Absolutely. And the thing is, though, I often think about these things down to half-hour increments because recording is the easy part. Recording is the most easy part. Coming up with your ideas and recording is the fun part. And this is where maybe I should just get an editor or something. I don't know. But everything else is too difficult for me and just annoying because re-editing a video for mobile requires me to literally re-edit the video. And so I need to move things around, pan it around. I need to do this and that, highlight things, zoom in, because you think about it, people are looking at it on their phones. So I do have this process that takes a bit of time. Then once I've done all of that, it goes into Premiere Pro. I can then put transcripts. So I can kind of fix things up. Then I need to create a thumbnail. Again,
and
open up
then
Canva.
it's
I
like
create a thumbnail. Once that's all done, I need to then export it out. Then I need to write the short form, like, the 300-word blog post around that.
Yeah.
And at every single point, it's kind of like, oh, again, it's like, oh, I need to do this. Oh, okay. So thumbnails, this and that. All right. Fair enough.
You see,
So
I get a similar struggle with, look, I just want to get a video out, but then I've got to do this, and I've got to do this, and I've got to do that, and it's friction.
Yeah, it is. At every single point. So right now, I've got probably 5 or 6 videos where I've done the editing of it, but I still need to do the thumbnails. Still need to do a whole bunch of other things. And so last week, I was like, okay, what if I was to just record a video fully on my phone and avoid the processes that I put in place? Now, I do know that a lot of people say you need processes, you need systems. Okay, fair enough. But sometimes it's good to question your processes and sometimes think, why the hell am I doing this? Because I have noticed a lot of videos on many platforms where it's literally them with the camera doing a headshot, taking doing a intro, and then recording their screen. Okay, with the camera actually just recording their screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been noticing that too. I've also noticed people commenting on it, like commentating on it too. That there is this new, like, people are getting tired of the fake and tired of the commercialization and stuff of it, and people are just after authenticity. There are people who have made major careers online by just sitting in their car and putting the camera on and speaking to no editing at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a spectrum of it, but interesting to see. What you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what I did is I created a short video, and I think this was this ended up being like a story. So TikTok stories and also Instagram stories, they only last like 24 hours. But I forced myself to edit everything on the phone because then I didn't worry about the thumbnail. I didn't worry about the audio quality. I just dealt with whatever the phone gives me. And then I played around with a few. So I used CapCut, which is surprisingly good, and it's free. And you can do a lot with it. I also
use watermarks.
You can remove it. It chucks a watermark at the end, but you just select it. It's like a clip and you delete it.
Oh, so it's at the end.
It's at the end. Now, they do have pro transitions and things like that, or like templates. But honestly, for me, it is literally a few clips spliced together, and I just randomly select a transition between each clip, and you can say apply transition to all clips. And I just I don't care. For me, it's just getting content out there. Okay.
Well done.
I did all of that, and within like 20 minutes, half hour, I had a video done, and I pushed it up, and that's it.
Yeah, wow, right?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this was actually pretty easy for me. I can kind of see why people can smash out 6 videos a day, but there's no way I could do it if I followed my existing workflow.
Can I ask you, big question I had when you're describing how you just decided, I'm going to do it on my phone. I'm just going to do it all on my phone, drop my price. How did you feel? Like, what was your emotional journey when you were on your, because it's easy to say, hey, I just changed processes, I did it on my phone. But I'd imagine I'd have a hard time swapping hats and going,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Also, this is out of theme. It's going to be a different style. It's not going to be as good. It's got all these, what was your emotional experience like doing it different?
First of all, with my fat thumbs,
the fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
I was like, this is so difficult to edit. I could edit this 1,000 times faster if I just put it on the computer. But then I was like, okay, but I need to then get it off my phone. I need to upload it into Drive and things like that. And I was like, no, just deal with it. Like little things like
you uploaded it. You uploaded it from your phone directly to Instagram.
Yeah,
you didn't put it through your computer at all.
No, not the first time. But I was whinging the whole time because when you're editing, you don't see like little things where I probably did 1 or 2 takes in the intro, and I just wanted to see in the timeline exactly where, you know, the waveform where I start talking, just so I can edit it and cut it. And I couldn't see that. And it was like zooming in, zooming in. Yeah. And you're literally like zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. It's like, trim. How the hell do I trim this thing? Okay, oh, here we go. Trim, trim, trim. And then I was like, and it was a terrible experience at first. Now I know because, as I was mentioning to you as well, it was like on the weekend I was watching the Supercars, which is a racing series in Australia. Racing was a bit boring, and I ended up trying Canva properly. And on the mobile, I forced myself. I literally took a quick video of me, a fake one, saying, you know, "Hi, I'm Ivan. Welcome to WebWash, blah, 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 blah." Okay, now let me try and edit this using Canva, because I've got Canva for Teams, which is really good. Like, I absolutely love it. I use it for all the thumbnails. And then I was like, it does video. Why can't I use it for video? And I finally figured out how to kind of move things around. But it's still such a crap. I'm sorry. It's a crap experience compared to what I'm used to. You know, because I'm
compared
so
to
much...
CapCut or
no, compared to just a desktop. Okay.
Yes. See, that's what I've played with CapCut ages ago.
Yeah.
I just went, this is so small. And then, I know there are creators out there that run their entire creation business on CapCut on their phone.
CapCut is huge.
And I'm like, you know, is this a generational thing? Is it because I'm a dev? Because we discussed that before, right? As a dev, I tend to overcomplicate things. I want to build it myself. I know that, like, because I come in there, I've played with video editors. I know how to install a video editing application. I had that experience where a friend of mine was putting stuff up on Instagram, and I'm like, what tools are you using? Like, you do such great Instagram stories. You got these amazing fonts, these transitions. How did you go? I just upload it in Instagram. Like, Instagram does it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You know, like, because I wouldn't have even thought to try that, right? I kind of like, because how do I upload it? Straight away going, how do you edit a video to prepare it for Instagram? You don't.
Yeah.
Right? It's very alien concept to me.
Yes.
So
and so with CapCut, I started randomly seeing now, of course, CapCut videos on TikTok. And some of the stuff you can do, like, there's people that show you behind the scenes, and there are people that do everything through their phone, and you can do it. And
what do you think? Are they better off doing it that way, or is that just what works for them?
Just what works for them.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you can also use iMovies if you have iOS or iPad OS. So if I was on an iPhone, I'd use iMovie for sure, because it's there. Android, I've got a Pixel 6 Pro, has nothing. So I have to use some type of service. And I tried to use Google Photos, and wow, it was terrible.
Yeah.
They're just
sitting there doing it on your phone. I just kind of, I've been working with desktop PCs for decades. Man, and now a phone is just like, a phone's not the right tool for the job, but apparently it is. And you're like,
it is. People can do many things.
Yeah.
So to cut a long story short, I got the video out. I kind of, and this is something that I felt emotionally. Straight away, I was thinking, are people going to think my content is crap now and cringy?
Yeah.
But
of course.
I didn't. This is the thing. I didn't upload it to LinkedIn.
Yes. I haven't uploaded any of my videos to
I
LinkedIn
didn't
either.
upload it to LinkedIn because I seriously felt like, am I tarnishing my brand, and am I tarnishing my, I don't know what you want to call it, brand, like style?
I bet you're not. I bet you should just upload them, Ivan. But hey, I don't have the experience.
But I do have a bit of a trip coming up, okay? And I won't have a proper, I won't have my setup. So that's another reason why I want to test this out, because what I'm going to do is, when I'm on this trip, I'm going to kind of give myself a little, task of can I still upload a video a day purely from my phone?
Yeah, man.
Now,
Exciting.
one thing, now I will talk about part 2, okay? But one thing I just want to think of is maybe what I can do is if I could, and this is one thing I need to think of, and this comes down to, again, processes. It's all about the processes, mate. Is if I can somehow, I need to figure this out, because if the thing that makes it look trashy, I don't want to say trashy, but I'll say trashy. Why not? Yes, let's just say trashy. The thing that makes it look unprofessional, is when you're
trashy.
Trashy, yeah. The thing that I find a bit unprofessional when it comes to my type of videos that I want to do, okay, is if I want to show the screen, use a proper screen sharing tool and record your screen, not with your phone, okay? But I see people on LinkedIn do it. Now, if I can do it in an easy-ish way where I can still chuck in, but it's going to slow me down, but if I can just quickly record the screen locally, push it to my phone, and then use it on my phone, then it's like, okay, fair enough that I can kind of do that.
I think it doesn't hurt to have 2 different streams of videos coming. That's my take on what you're doing, because you do have some very professional things, but like a lot of channels and things do, you go, here's my weekly update, my professional thing, and then you have them with the style of, oh, I had this great idea, here, I'll just show you, and here's a behind the scenes sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right? And then you can throw all your professionalism out the window to an extent and go, hey, look, I just wanted to show you this thing here, grab your phone, here, come have a look.
Yes.
It's a different dynamic, and as long as it's not, what do you say? If you keep it isolated in that, and it's, because then it's in context.
Absolutely. And that's what I did. So I created a YouTube short. Now, YouTube shorts have to be 60 seconds or less, but you can link to related videos. And so what I did is I created a quick short saying, I've just uploaded a video, because this was about installing Gutenberg for Drupal. And I was like, I just uploaded this video on using Gutenberg. Check it out. Check out the related link video. And that's it. Did you know you can install the Gutenberg editor in Drupal? Yes.
And that took you how long? A very quick, easy...
That was like 30 seconds. Exactly.
It's worth doing then, isn't it?
Still,
even if it doesn't work.
Yeah. It's still half an hour of work. You're editing it, and then again, you're uploading it. You need to then log into YouTube. You need to do add the audio and stuff like that. But that then gives me content for the shorts. And that's what I am going to start doing. When I upload a 4-minute video, I'm going to do a quick 1-minute video. So really, there's no need for me to upload it into LinkedIn, because the LinkedIn gets the higher quality. I say that in air quotes. But when I am traveling, I'm not going to have, I may run out of content. I may run out of my backlog. And so then it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do this and see what happens. Because when I created this video, this quick video on TikTok, it got views, like 500 views straight away, where all my other videos were getting like 50 views.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So now coming up to part 2, okay? So I did my quick, on the phone, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty happy with it. It works. It's doable. But the quality of this lens is very different to, you can probably see, I've got it right here. Wait, can you see?
Yeah, they're all like that.
They
put a dodgy lens on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't really see. Can you see my good camera there? You can kind of see my good camera there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there I've got a Canon EOS R. Like, it's a $2,000 camera plugged in to like a 4K CapCut.
What's your address?
And so I was like, you know what? Why don't I just use that as my selfie thing? I can hold it up. First of all, so I did that. First of all, these cameras are very heavy to hold.
Yep.
And so I kind of gave up after like 30 seconds, holding it up like, holding it up like that.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, cool. I've done that. And it's like, let me just chuck it into Camtasia quickly. I'll quickly chuck it into Camtasia and edit it. And then what I did is I recorded my screen here. Okay. The other thing I did is I plugged in again.
So not a screen capture, you recorded your screen.
I recorded my screen with the phone. So I ended up with a video from my digital SLR using this shotgun mic. Okay, so I had to set it all up. So again, just imagine all the extra time now you're just spending to set things up, which adds up. Okay, which adds up.
All the behind the scenes stuff that adds up.
And the thing is, though, I've been doing this for 12 years. Like so much of my life has been wasted off setting all this stuff up. So, and normally I don't use this because I use this, this fancy mic. Well, you've probably heard that in the audio. Sorry about that. Don't worry, Bevan can fix it up in post. And so, I found this. Yes, exactly. With
noise suppression.
Yes. So I spent 10 minutes setting up everything here. I then recorded it on my digital SLR. Then I did a few, clips of my monitor with this. Then I had to grab the files off that, put it in my laptop. Thankfully, the new MacBook Pros actually have a SD card reader. Thank you, Apple, for bringing back functionality from MacBooks that used to I had in 2012. Did they get pressured
by the EU? Did the EU tell them they had to?
I don't know. But my 2018 MacBook Pro with the crappy ass touch bar had only USB ports. My 2012 had an SD card reader, and now my 20.
You got to go the next level up to get the SD cards, but then they're going to drop your hard drive space on you to make you go up another level.
The price ladder. Apple gets you in the door with the $330 cheapest iPad. But the second you want to upgrade, well, then you can get the slightly better, slightly newer one with USB Type-C. That iPad is $449. Annoyingly, these only start at 64 gigs, so you gotta bump it up. So now you're looking at the storage upgrade, which gets you up to 256 gigs, which bumps you up to $599. But the iPad Air is $599. But now that starts at 64 gigs. So again, bump that up. Now you're at $750. See how they just walked you up the ladder from $330 all the way to $700?
And then don't talk your screen quality of it.
Don't talk to me about hard drive space. Ladder. Don't talk to me about hard drive space. I'm running out. Anyway, that's another episode. So then
videos on YouTube anyway. Side note.
Well, no, it's recording 3 different backups. That's why, again, the developer mind. We have this backup. Yeah. I've got OBS running, and then when I do my live streams, I've also got Camtasia recording as well. So I've got 3 versions.
It's one of the emotional challenges I have too. You're talking about all this when I go to do it. It's kind of I want to take all these videos, and it's like straight away I'm like, but my hard drive space, and then I end up not doing the video, right? And then when you've got the backups, once you've got it saved, you're like, I don't want to delete it. There's another big lesson in here about, getting rid of shit.
Exactly. But, so then you can imagine, going from just recording everything on your phone to using a separate thing, spending a minute taking off the files, putting it on your computer, then on the files on your phone, uploading it through Drive, getting it into your computer, then editing the video.
Oh, you upload it to Google Drive and download it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just so I can get on my computer. Then I chuck it into Camtasia. I then edit everything, and then straight away, it's like, the audio is not that good because I'm recording the intro through this, remember, and this is actually pretty good. Like this is, your
intro's on the good mic, but then the rest of it's on the phone
is mic. On the crappy ass these ones. Okay, so straight away I'm like, audio's crap.
Probably would
have to fix that up.
Have noticed if you use the same mic for both.
Well,
the contrast.
Then you're dealing with crap quality no matter what, but it's consistent.
At least it's
consistently crap. Yeah, exactly. So then, ding. One extra thing to do. I have to fix up the audio. Then I spend 20 minutes fixing up the audio to making sure because I can see in the form. I can see the difference of the quality. So then I'm like, okay, no. I literally put a 5-minute timer on, and I'm like, this has to be done in 5 minutes. Okay.
Ooh,
And I quickly do it. And I noticed that, the autofocus on the lens gets picked up by this mic, which I always knew. So I don't like, and it's all these little things. I'm like,
oh, that mic here's the
yeah,
lens
the ding, 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 because the lenses are still, they make noises when they autofocus. So there you go. I've lost 20 minutes there. Then it's
not 5.
5. Well, after I spent 10 minutes playing around with it, I put a time limit. It's like, this needs to get done. Okay.
Yep.
I got the shits with it, and I was like, this needs to get done. And so then it was like, okay, I did all of that. Then I moved it, and then it was, okay, I then put it into Premiere Pro to get the captions. I chucked the captions in, and then I uploaded it, and I'm like, I need to put a thumbnail, because why do I need to put a thumbnail? Is because a lot of the platforms grab the thumbnail, grab the first 5 frames. So technically the first frame of the video is used as a thumbnail. So always in the first 5 frames, I put in the thumbnail. That means then I have to open up Canva and create the thumbnail, download it, fiddle around with it, adjust it, chuck it into Premiere Pro, export it out. And then it's like, okay, then I need to bring it back onto my phone. So I chuck it into Drive, pull it back on my phone. Anyway, long story short, this, as soon as I, and the moral of the story is like, you can see that as soon as I wanted to just change, like as soon as I remove the restriction of, everything needs to be done on the phone, then straight away I went back to my older ways of just, okay, this needs to be this level, this needs to be this level, this needs to be this level. And sometimes it's good. And here is a code and character top tip is that,
okay.
Question your processes. Stop and think, should we do this? Why are we doing this? Are there faster ways of doing things? Because I've now realized, okay, I've got this massive document in Google Docs where it's like, okay, I can only create now a video up to 2.5 minutes because X, formerly known as Twitter, only allows videos up to 2.5 minutes,
so you've got
or
like
2 hours and 20 minutes.
You what all the different specs for the different platforms are.
TikTok only allows this. Okay, that keeps changing. So then
you should publish that.
Oh, well, you can just Google it. And anyway, but it's not up to date. But the thing is, though, every single platform now, other than creating a YouTube short, can handle 16:9 videos. So landscape. So then again, I'm now thinking to myself, why the hell am I doing
Facebook, Instagram Reels?
Well, I think Facebook always could upload normal. You can upload Reels.
Can on Facebook.
Instagram, you can do the same as well. TikTok allows you, but sometimes it's like.
Quick side note, because when I make videos, I put them up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And for the moment, I just then share that link on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, cool, because emotionally, I like to see all my views. I can track the analytics on YouTube really well. But it's occurred to me, I probably should upload the video separately to Facebook directly. I've heard rumors that Facebook doesn't share your content as much if it's
absolutely
platform, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Facebook. Yeah, if you
think I should upload them separately?
Well,
maybe I should upload both.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll table this discussion for later.
But they will favor native videos. Absolutely, they'll favor native videos.
It's rational. Yeah.
So that's pretty much. Oh, what happened?
You got running out of battery on your camera. Hey, process.
What the hell happened there?
Yep, you're not plugged in.
There we go. We're back. Yeah, I
okay.
forgot to plug it in.
Authenticity. See, that's behind the scenes.
See, Facebook heard, Zuckerberg heard about it. Yeah, because I've actually got this charger that goes into the battery pack, but then it's got a cable that goes out to a actual device that charges it through USB, so I can run the camera indefinitely. Okay, so the moral of the story that I'm just trying to get here is that sometimes by putting in these restrictions can actually help you just get content out faster. And of course, everything is, it
So
really depends.
Like your 5-minute restrictions.
Well, that as well, but I think for me, it's like if I force myself to do everything on the phone, it's just quicker to get it out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, like
Because you
just
say
get it on
that
your phone.
reminds me of Conway's Game of Life. Have we discussed that concept before? Because that's a lesson in restrictions. You know, we're going to talk about cellular automata. It sounds complicated, but I don't know how to
I've
explain
never heard
this
that word.
easy.
Is that even English?
If you know what Conway's Game of Life and cellular automata is, it's basically you get little computerized squares that have rules about whether they're alive or not. Depends on
okay.
If you're following me, right? But it's a basic set of rules. If a square's got like 2 squares next to it are both on, then it stays on the next iteration. Otherwise, it turns off. And if it's got 3, it turns off. And there's a set of like basic 4 rules about whether a square turns on or off. And it's 4 rules. And out of those 4 rules, when you iterate, you create these complex little animations and stuff, and you can build logic gates and everything out of it and do simulations. And it's just this concept of the restrictions allow for all that freedom. Like if you had too many rules about how the square turned on and off, it wouldn't function. You wouldn't be able to get all this. So that idea, it's a big thing I've paid a lot of attention to, is the freedom in restrictions. Probably a much simpler analogy. If you know what Conway's Game of Life is, then you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, think about like a train, because the train's restricted to the tracks. Yes. But it's that restriction that makes the train as powerful as it is as a train. Like I've often told the story, a train that dreams of freedom might jump the tracks, and when it jumps the tracks, it's now lost the freedom it already had, right? It's the restriction that gives the train the freedom to travel. It's the same thing. Yeah. You're talking about putting the restrictions on it gives you the freedom to create more and better content. That's what I'm getting from it anyway.
Well, we cannot end on a better note than that. Honestly, that is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. But
it's going to sound like Thanos going, people love restriction.
But the thing is, though, you might
restricted. Let's restrict them.
You might say, like putting in processes. That's a reason why you have processes. Yeah, that's a reason why. Because isn't there a saying? What's the saying? Atomic Habits. We need to find it. James Clear. That's it. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Which
I've definitely heard that on a reel.
You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. I think people stopped thinking about goals. And he made a really great argument, which was everybody at the start line of the 100-meter race has the same goal. It's to win. So it's not the person who has the best goals, it's the person who has the best systems and preparation.
Yes, which I totally agree. And you could say the same thing by me only editing and recording a video on a phone. That is a system.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's a simplified system. And that's something what I kind of struggle with, especially content creation these days, that there's so much stuff you see online. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. You need to make sure you do this week. Can sometimes feel overwhelming, and you're like,
when you try and get it all perfect, right?
Just like, get it perfect. It's like, well, are you getting content out? Okay.
Yes.
If your goal is to get one piece of content out a day and you only have an hour to produce it, you spend that hour and you get it out within an hour, and that's it.
Yeah. I've been on this journey too, the perfectionism versus the quantity versus quality. I've probably talked about it. I think it's becoming a part of a theme of my YouTube channel, is embracing imperfection and learning patience. Those two things together. And that's because what you're saying now is the same. I did it yesterday. Just got in front of the phone, put the camera on, spoke to the camera for 10 minutes. I did the exact same thing. Went, I'm so behind. Just upload on my phone went into Google top tail. It was late at night, so I set it on private, got up the next morning, whipped up a thumbnail, boom. That was the quickest video I've ever done. Put it on Facebook. Some guys just commented, amazing content. That's like, and I'm just like, it's a few times. There's not that some of the videos I've put a lot of effort into have done very well and got lots of feedback too. But it's amazing how some of my lowest effort content has had a punch. There's other stories in my life where I could go low effort, because it's about the focus, right? It's the same. To focus on end goal is to get content and to tell a particular story and provide a certain value. A lot of the stuff that goes around the edges, package it properly, make it pretty, put a thumbnail, put a title, a secondary.
Exactly. And that's it. When you look at, ways to retain viewers and things like that, it's like whenever you highlight something, you need to add a sound effect, make it pop, make a whoosh sound in transitions.
Yeah. I've learned all that.
Adds so much time. Whereas but the goal is just to get content out there. And you may leave a lot of views on the table.
You got to crawl before you can walk.
Exactly. And you will learn that, but you need to experience that yourself. You need to just get in there and actually create content.
Yeah, I'm learning that because I've made some videos where I put all that effort in and they've done okay. And I've made videos where I haven't done that effort and they've done okay. Right. And it's good to, and then you can get caught in the perfectionism. You go, I should be putting these things in there. And you feel like you're losing something because I could have edited that video better. Maybe I should have. Yeah. But also, I got to get it up. Right. And that's
it.
Yeah, there's a great lesson. You just get it and slowly, incrementally improve. We spoke about that with my lighting in this. If people are following this podcast, you probably noticed my lighting has incrementally improved.
Yes, it has.
Right. And I didn't.
You're looking smashing right now, man.
That's just. Thanks, mate. I don't know if it's great. I still don't love it, but it's slowly improved. And that's having the patience and allowing it to be. Because if I tried to get it perfect in the first place, wouldn't be here. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Be going, sorry, I can't do the podcast. My lighting's shit. Like, it's kind of low, right? But the lighting shit, we're just going to do it anyway. Started out with a shit mic. Started out not swearing, not paying.
I know. Hear us now.
We're getting comfortable. And, but I think we're ending on a high note. We can wrap it up.
Let's finally
great
wrap
talking
this up.
to you again.
Yes.
No, it's great to talk to you again because I love these chats.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well,
thanks for coming along with us on this journey for another week of Code and Character podcast.
Yes.
Hope and if you got a lot out of it too. So.
Yes, and if you have any comments or questions, well, just leave a comment and give us ideas that we should talk about as well.
Yeah, tell us we're wrong. I keep saying that.
Maybe we need to be a bit more controversial.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. See ya.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye.